Aromie here, and welcome back to Degraman. My voice is gone from yesterday, or it's like trying to wake up because it's not early anymore, but I am here. It looks like I haven't done anything because I'm wearing the same PJ shirt and everything, but you know, your girl's comfy, alright? The only difference is I probably look a little more tired. That's the only difference. But here we are. I'm praying to God that we are not in the lonely route, or else I don't know what to do. They didn't email me a guide. I didn't go out of my way to look for one though, so I'm pretty sure there might be one. But anyway, we're just gonna continue on. Yeah, here I am thinking about this dream again, but it's gone on for far too long. What if I'm in a coma or something? Should I start worrying? But they're expecting answers, so I say, well, sure. Just imagining how many more fun things are waiting for me, Ryu, Ragnar, and I begin jumping up and down excitedly. Interrupting my thoughts, Ryu grabs my hand and leads me to a door near the kitchen. This is your room for the night. We all slept here when we first arrived. Oh, by the way, since you seem confused by all these doors, basically you can go anywhere you want through them, but don't do it now. And not just because this name will look cool. Ein created this corridor, so just be careful. Sounds crazy, but I'm used to it by now, so I just nod. Of course, it's a bit awkward for a woman to hang out with so many men, but what can you do? There are significantly fewer female Quansies than there are men. Awkward. Mark, sweetie, can you help us here? I'll send you a new kitten gift. Alright, so this is almost the same. He's so cute. Can I just please get to their route? How do I get to their route? Vincent, standing nearby looking like his usual angry self, suddenly blushes and casts his eyes. Stop parading our girl's lingerie around. Not sure how to react to such an awkward situation. Simply laugh and take the nightie from Mark. Well, at least I'm not without underwear, which should be expected for a dream. Tell Uncle Mark what else do you need. Hey, why not tell him? You know, because my girl thinks this is a dream. About to fire off a request, I turn to Mark. Now kiss. With a thunderous guffaw, Ragnar grabs both me and Mark with his huge hand and pushes us against each other. Joke's on you, I do not mind, because I really wish we could go to Mark's route. Oops. Mark is way too close, and frighteningly attractive thanks to his very unusual heterochromia. It's actually quite beautiful. He is still very beautiful. He reminds me of a vampire. A strange and ominous coolness emanates from him. It's as if I were laying on the grass beneath the starry sky, and the sky suddenly looked back at me. The awkward closeness lasts but a moment. I blink and Mark is no longer standing before me. All I see is a red face and angry Vince attacking the still laughing Ragnar with both hands and feet. Mark reappears near the door holding my travel pack. Passing by, he stops for a moment to hand it to me before whispering in my ear. Pity it wasn't me. Don't test me! Don't test me, sir! If you were an option, I will be there. I open my mouth to respond, but he's already gone. Man, the man is such a flirt without being a flirt. There he goes, lover of English tea and farewells. Settle in. I'll see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. I swear to God, I forget the lonely route. Unexpectedly, Ryu gives me an incredibly sexy wink, and for just a moment, he's an entirely different person. The sweet and playful boy is replaced by a sexy and alluring man. It takes me by surprise. He leaves, and yet I still have no idea how to react to that. Everything awful. Cass wishes me a good night with a silent smile. Please! Please! My lady, would you like me to guard your rest tonight? Ragnar intrudes on my melancholy musings over the fun being over and everyone now leaving. I study his unusual bright eyes, but it's hard to tell if he's being serious or not. Good night. I definitely slip through the door and close it behind me before Ragnar has a chance to say anything. Unlike the other rooms, this one is small and cozy. If it wasn't for the guy's photos hanging on the wall, I'd be mistaking it for a hotel. I pushed photos to get a better look. Among them are images of my new friends, all of them younger. What if it's this part that I'm fucking up on, when my thoughts on each person? And that's why I'm getting fucked up to the lonely route. But there's only one group shot in the entire bunch. A picture of Vincent with a small child. He looks 2 or 3 years younger than he does now, and the boy next to him can't be older than 5. Weird, the child looks like Cass. He has the same bright eyes and serious demeanor, a relative maybe, and whereas Cass, I don't see him in these photos. I lie down on the bed, but I'm apparently too tired to fall asleep. Alright. I didn't wake in my own bed. Looking around, I realize I'm still in my dream room. Oh, fuck, I didn't have any thoughts on these guys. Then a cold shower of awareness pours over me. Everything that happened yesterday was real. This isn't a dream at all. It's amazing how long I've managed to deceive myself. Of course, a lot of strange things have happened, but what's even stranger is how I acted the entire time, believing it was all a dream. This is reality. Bizarre, incredible reality. God, I can't believe how I acted yesterday like a weirdo. I don't think you were acting like a weirdo. I think you were just super, like, outgoing with everything. I'm usually so much more modest. Oh my gosh, that was not me. I don't even want to know what the guys thought of me yesterday. This is awful and painfully embarrassing. I simply cannot continue acting so cheeky and frivolous. Even I guess you gotta go with it now, though. Even if something crazy happens, I need to just be myself. Oh, so you wanted to act out of yourself in a dream, which I guess everybody would, I guess. And I need to understand what's happening here. I squandered my opportunity to learn more yesterday. I had to try harder. And I slept the entire night in my regular clothes. I should probably get up and change, but into what exactly? Well, this problem isn't going to solve itself. I need to get out of bed. Dragging myself out from under the covers with the intention of searching the room, I end up tripping over something. My backpack. Alright, Mark gave it to me. Okay, let's just choose all the opposite. Mark is a nasty pervert, sure, why not? I shuddered at the thought of Mark rummaging through my stuff. All magic, I'm sure, but still, that was too much. I continued to mentally sort through the day's acquaintances. I felt like I spent a lot of time with Ryu today. Ryu is friendly. He smiled all night and was happy, attentive, and helpful. It was certainly nice to have someone so concerned for me. What about Ragnar? It's weird. Ragnar is huge and dressed in bright, gaudy clothing, and his behavior is absurd, especially his weird expressions and ridiculous antics. It is unremarkable. I feel horrible choosing all these options. I don't remember Sebastian at all. All he did was sleep. Although I had to say one thing about him, that he's boring. That's fucking rude. As for I don't have much to say about him. Our acquaintance was fleeting. Repulsive? I don't know what to think of Ein. What did I choose for him? Repulsive, sure, why not? But I've certainly formed an opinion of him despite our brief interaction. I don't like the man. It's quite obvious he's the eccentric type. Victor's personality also raises several questions. It looks unusual. Too friendly with his hands. Okay, these are two different options, right? Too friendly with his hands? Victor seemed to have absolutely no control over his behavior, not to mention his wandering hands. It's a good thing I didn't let him touch me, not even when I was fully convinced it was all a dream. I also met Vincent today, one of the men who brought me here. Hides a nasty temper? Has huge eyebrows. But those terrifying eyebrows, he definitely stands up from the other Kwanzis as handsome as they are. Still, those big black bushy stripes plastered against his platinum skin. Whenever I look at him, all I see are those ugly fronds. And finally there's Castle, the very first Kwanzi I had laid my eyes on after waking up back in the park. Is aloof. I always say he's composed, right? Say he's aloof. I don't really feel like Castle is quite quiet per se, more like he just doesn't care. His detached, emotionless features were definitely unsettling. As I slowly began sorting through my thoughts, I scrolled through the events of the day and am all over the wonderful company I have now found myself in. Their names are weird like strippers. I barely slept all night. Every threatening creak, every suspicious rustle puts me on edge. What do you mean? You had a great sleep, apparently. Naturally, having gotten so little sleep last night, I wake up in the foulest of moods. There's nothing I like less right now than to continue associating with those jerks from yesterday, but I can't keep sitting in this safe room. I crack open the door leading out of my temporary lodging and found a note attached to it. How stupid. I rip it off the door so it could stop marring my sight. I glance around and soon spot Sebastian sleeping among some pillows. Is he ever not sleeping? Okay, my girl is like rude as fuck now. Must be nice having such a carefree life with no way to walk past. Starlight, good morning. Come have breakfast with us. Rio walks around his corner beaming happily. His greeting is so syrupy sweet that it has my teeth aching. For Pete's sake, can't you remember my name already? It's Michiko. Then you'll be Spitfire. Noticing that Vincent and Castle have entered the room, I ignore the idiot. Once again, a dubious crowd gathers, and all I want to do is eat my breakfast in peace and alone. These guys are seriously wearing me thin, but I need energy, so despite my misgivings, I join them. To my chagrin, Victor is also in the kitchen. Ew, how can you eat so much food this early in the morning? Unable to help himself, Vince takes a jab at Victor. Though looking at his plate, I couldn't agree more. Victor really went overboard. A couple of steaks, a bunch of bacon-wrapped sausages, sliced cheese, and various other meatloaves. I approve. The change in music here makes me reading this over again a different vibe. Ria reaches for one of the sausages with a fork. Leave my breakfast alone, demons. Cook your own. The fridge is for everyone. Just thinking about how loud and dumb these guys are has me rolling my eyes. But what Victor just said about the food in the fridge doesn't escape me, so I rummage through and find something suitable for breakfast. Having procured my meal, I take a seat away from everyone else, mostly to avoid Victor's unsettling gaze. The thought of him staring at me with those red eyes of his creeps me out. Spitfire, did you sleep well? Ryu flashes me one of his plastic smiles as he sits down near me. I don't know why my girl decides to be angry instead of cautious when she realized it wasn't a dream. Like, she's angry at everything, which is not me, which is kind of pisses me off because she's our MC. So this route, at first it was funny because, you know, the girl thought it was a dream, but now that she's like super hostile and angry with everything, I'm kind of not vibing. Because if it were me and I realized it wasn't a dream, I think I would be super cautious and skittish with everything, like standoffish. I wouldn't be angry, like I don't know. Are you stupid or something? I told you to call me by my actual name. If you insist on talking to me, at least make an effort to remember it. See, it seems like right here she's like she's bipolar in a way. Exasperated, I glare irritably at Ryu, who doesn't seem the least bit put out. He just stares back slyly. You want to be special, is that it, Spitfire? I abruptly jump to my feet, sliding my chair loudly over the floor in the process. Your ignorance and bad manners are amazing. To make a point of not putting up with Ryu's ridiculous antics, I quickly spin on my heel and begin to proudly walk away, only to crash face first into Ragnar's chest. Oh, the sun has only just risen, and yet you're already so irritable. Why do you all come crawling out of the woodwork like cockroaches? Have you never seen a girl before? Stop pestering me. Vincent laughs mockingly. You're all morons. Now do you still think Michiko will be useful to you? Shut up before you ruin everything. My ears immediately pick up at Ryu's comment. What do you mean ruin everything? What are you talking about? The fact that you're not an ordinary Kwanzi, you're a Genia, gifted with the ability to amplify other Kwanzi's abilities. There's just one problem though, you can only amplify one Kwanzi at a time. So you're telling me I was brought here to be used? Yes. The final piece of the puzzle finally falls into place. It all makes sense now. I guess compared to the second route, I didn't get that piece of information. So that's different. Evil loners route? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? What is with me going for loner route? This is beyond stupid. This is beyond stupid. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to play this to get to the actual guy's routes. I probably shouldn't have even installed the DLC until I fucking finished Vincent's route at least. Well, at least this is evil loner route compared to kind loner route for both of those. But there's one thing I can definitely tell them. You're all assholes. So I'm gonna straighten myself up. I can't wait to see what ending I get in this one. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Nobody will be using me for their selfish designs. I'll learn everything I need to learn on my own. How? Grabbing the doorknob, I tug on the door to look cool. Easy death, right away. And it easily swings open, a little too easily, which puts me on alert. But the expanse of darkness that was hidden behind it confuses me even more. Of course! They won't let me leave! I'm so naive! Reluctantly, I return to the party room to find everyone gathered there. Think. Her thinking reminded me when Winnie the Pooh was like, think. It's so cute. Gather your thoughts. I bite my lip as I glance around at the guys, but despite my consternation, I managed to come up with a plan. Oh, I see how it is. You're gonna starve me into submission. You all hope I'll end up with Stockholm Syndrome, don't you? As if anyone needs a Spitfire like you. Yeah, now they find me useless, you know? Oh yeah? Well, it's not like anyone who doesn't need me is in the room right now. Silence. Did they really have nothing to say to that? Judging by the way you've all been running around like chickens with your heads cut off, it's clear you can only use my power with my consent. And since you can't force me, I'll make you all a deal. I will consider your proposals, but only after I have explicitly laid out my conditions. First, you must show me the Altids. You need to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that they indeed hunt me and are in danger. Second, I must be allowed to freely move about. I will not suffer to be locked in here. And third, from this point onward, you are to hide nothing from me. Victor chuckles and I glare at him. He then stands up and draws dangerously close. Honey, you misunderstand the situation. It happens. But before you cross me off your little list, allow me to illuminate you. Well, he's sassing back. Good, because my MC right now is irritating. Not I nor anyone else here will agree to your conditions. Adios. Okay, so the weakest link is out. What about the rest of you? Do you agree to my terms? I got distracted and missed the first point. Shall we have been listening? The others don't say a word, even though I feel my anger boiling over. I try to contain myself. Do you expect me to just stand here and take this? Stomping loudly, I head into the kitchen where I began smashing dishes in order to elicit some sort of reaction from them. Bro, they don't care at this point. They're fine without you. Yes, they're gonna take their death, but there is none. When I returned to the apartment, I found myself completely alone, save for Bassie, who was very conspicuously asleep in the middle of the room. Hey, don't you even care? I nudged the guy, but he continues to sleep completely oblivious to my presence, which only infuriates me even more. After sitting next to him a good bit, I storm out into the cool where I fling open another door. Fortunately, this one leads to something other than the endless void. But to my chagrin, all I see is Ian's office with the man himself in it. Just one of your games, isn't it? Hello, sir. My girl is very off the charts right now, and I'm just gonna say, no, save. What? No, I just want to save. Okay, Jesus. So I am now in the evil loner route compared to the previous two kind loner route. I might have to look up a guide after this because this is beyond ridiculous that I can't even trigger Vincent or Castle's route. And I don't even know how to at this rate. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one.